Finally, I had my day in court. This is called a hearing. On the day of the hearing, you should check the court list and see what courtroom you're in. The listings should also tell you who will be hearing your case. It's usually done by an assessor or a magistrate. A magistrate you call Your Honour, and an assessor, well, you just call them assessor. You go in, sit at the back of the court and wait your turn.
All right, let's move on. Richard and Hanson.
The court officer might show you where to sit, which is the table that the lawyers use. It's a strange feeling at first. In legal terms, I'm called the plaintiff because I started the case to get my money back. Clark is called the defendant.
Ms Richard and Mr Hanson, this matter is listed for hearing today. That means I will look at the evidence in your case and then make a decision. Are you Ms Richard?
Yes, Assessor.
And you're Mr Hanson?
Yes, Assessor Clark Hanson.
All right, now case management orders were made in this matter that you were to exchange statements and evidence with each other 2 weeks prior to this hearing date. Have you each received the other's evidence?
Yes, Assessor.
Yes, Assessor.
Okay. Well, I have these here. I'll just take a moment to read these.
Case management orders. That means the court had told us to get all of our documents together before the hearing. The magistrate or assessor reads through all of the written evidence, both sides. But it doesn't end there. I still had to present my case in person. That's called making a submission. And it's worth preparing for.
Okay, you've both complied with the case management orders and filed and served witness statements and some documents. I have 2 statements from you, Ms Richard, and 1 from you, Mr Hanson. I've already read these. Now I will give you each the chance to put any submissions to me. Ms Richard, when you are ready.
Because I had started the case, I got to go first. On the 1st of February 2011, Mr Clark Hanson called me to say that he needed a loan of $2,000 to register and insure his car. I loaned the money to Mr Hanson, and in my statement I explained how I gave him the money and how he told me that he would pay it back. I had to explain the main things I wanted the assessor to know about my case. I had notes written down and I could look at them, but it's not good practice to just read your statements. Try to emphasise the strong parts of your case. The day I loaned Clark the money, my uncle was there. He heard the conversation with Clark and he heard him say that he'd pay me back when he started his new job. In the witness statement that my uncle has supplied, you'll see that Clark agreed to pay the money back before Easter. Thank you. After I was finished, it was Clark's turn.
Assessor, I am sorry to be taking up court time with a matter as trivial as this. As you'll see in my witness statement, paragraph 2, I recall feeling overwhelmed and surprised that my dear friend wrote me a cheque for $2,000.
I was a bit worried because Clark seemed more confident than I expected. He'd thought through both sides of the argument. He denied he'd ever said he didn't have the money to pay me. And he said nice things about me being generous. In fact, he had planned a near-perfect presentation, except for one little thing.
And said,
he forgot to turn his phone off.
So as I stand here today, there was never a thought in my mind that I would... that somehow, someday that I would have to comfort myself, or, what I'm trying to say is that...
Mr Hanson, I'm having some trouble hearing you over that ringing sound. I gather that's your phone?
Yes, sorry, Your Assessor. Yes, it's my phone. I'll just turn it off here. It normally goes straight to message bank. I'll just... Yep, there.
Anyway, after he'd heard us both, the assessor asked some questions and then he went ahead and decided. It was really pretty quick.
Right. Ms Richard, Mr Hanson, I'm ready to make a decision in this matter.